everyone, I'm Gabrielle Ruiz. I am a actor, an arts educator, as well as a first-time working mom, and welcome to my channel. I had my first baby, Mercedes, in 2021 at the end of April. So I was pregnant during a lot of the pandemic, so I came on YouTube and discovered a lot of do's and don'ts, other moms' days in the lives, what things feel like, what things look like, and just felt like I had friends in my pandemic isolated world while I was pregnant in my home on YouTube. So it's my duty to pay it forward by also sharing some of my stories and experiences. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional of any sort of mental health or any kind of a human resource, but I'm just a mom and I'm a human, I'm a woman. I just wanted to share some things that I've been going through to hopefully help someone else out there. So this is chapter 2 of my postpartum anxiety journey. Mercedes is 4 months old tomorrow, August 28th, 2021. I definitely feel like I have reached a peak of anxiety when it comes to anything and everything. And there's literally a grace all day of no judgment for myself, and also no judgment from my partner, my husband, Philip. Some things that were very sweet that I've been realizing, I'm really careful on sharing anxiety or things that affect me negatively with my parents, because they worry and they love me so much that my dad definitely called me and asked me if we needed money. And I was like, you know, it's very sweet that you're asking about that, but it really has nothing to do with financial stresses or what's upcoming next, because as an actor, my work is always changing. It's really just like the bigger picture things, and those things are making me have anxiety in a level that I usually don't react in that way. So it feels, my anxiety feels like a thunderbolt whiplash. And I just posted about this on my Instagram because I think so many other women are going through this, and instead of it being like, oh my God, it's just me, or I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm so sad and disappointed in myself that I need to find professional help because of this. I think it's a part of my responsibility as a mom and as a person that has a platform that can share that I also have that too. And so sharing that and putting that out in the public is also shining this part of my life to my family. So I'm very, very grateful that my parents are so keen and aware and paying attention. They're like, what do you need? And so I was like, our long-term family goals is what I want you to focus on. Thank you for helping me with groceries or anything that you want to do that makes you feel like you can help from far away, because they don't live in Los Angeles where I am and where my family is. They're still in Texas. And what has been helping me a lot though with them is seeing them more often. Now being a mom, I always was never bothered by living far away from my family, because they were always so supportive of both my sisters and my careers that took us away from them, really far away. I'm from South Texas, and my sister now lives in Washington, D.C. area, and she pursued her career there at the beginning, and I pursued my career in New York, and now I'm in LA. So now we're like this triangle, equidistance far away from our parents. Now that I have a kid, it's very, very different to miss them in a very different way and want them around. So one thing that has been helping with my anxiety is not just enjoying Mercedes by myself while my anxiety is like chasing around in my head and giving me all these signals in my body. So I FaceTime my dad, I FaceTime my mom. I see Philip FaceTiming his family a lot too. So I should FaceTime his family more, because they're so loving and receptive of being available to just say hello. And that has helped me a lot with my anxiety. So I feel like they're helping me in that way by answering my FaceTime and just spending 5 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes maybe half an hour with Mercedes and me while she's just like learning how to roll, you know, and they love to be a part of that. And that does make me feel better and eases my anxiety. So then I can filter when they say, Gabrielle, how are you doing? I can kind of just like give them either like the quick rundown or give them like the full on diarrhea of the mouth, what's really going on. But yeah, I mentioned that I posted on my Instagram that I have postpartum anxiety, and the amount of replies from people that are like, thank you for sharing this, I have it too, as well as you're gonna get through it, has been very, very encouraging and has made me relax to make me not feel like I'm alone, and also made me feel that I should be sharing my story and we should be talking about postpartum anxiety. And it's something that isn't spoken of a lot, or you don't know it's happening to you until you're in it. It's a lot of parenting that I've already have experienced only in 4 months, and the 9 months when I was pregnant, and even a few more months before that with our miscarriage baby. Parenting is talking about it. You've got to talk about it. You've got to share how you feel. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, and allowing yourself to be honest that you're having a hard time, because maybe it's the movies, maybe it's the generation before us. You can let me know your thoughts on where you think it stems from, that we have to feel and look as though we have it all together when we don't. And to be able for me to be present for Mercedes, my baby, and be there for her, I need to be present instead of feeling that I need to come on here with the video camera and everything's perfect and everything is easy hacks and easy things and to-dos. And those things have their own place too, but what also has their place is the tough parts. And so one episode of anxiety that I experienced last week was trying to have Mercedes on my body on a carrier and then do laundry. It didn't go very well. And what didn't go very well is our laundry facility is shared with all the other condos in this complex. So it's in the exterior portion of our condo here. And we're in Los Angeles. It doesn't rain, it's always cool. But right now, since we live in the valley, it's really, really hot. And so I do my best not to take Mercedes out when it's just too hot, much less let her be in the sun, right? But I don't want her to be in weather with the sun blaring on her like over 90 degrees. It's just my prerogative, it's my preference. We've been cooped up inside. So last week it was like in the 80s and I was like, let's get some fresh air and do some laundry. Philip went to work. I said, take Leela the dog so I don't have to worry about walking her with her because she can run around his building because not a lot of people are working there still. I was so excited to have the carrier and like have the basket. But then when I put the dryer stuff, all the drying clothes into the basket, it was nearly impossible to squat down properly without using my back because she's here, and squat down and lift the laundry. It's these little things that I want to feel normal, or I want to feel like I can do it, that I couldn't. And I really, really made it happen with the basket instead of to my side in front of me with her so she wouldn't tilt over. And the basket kind of pinched her leg a little bit, just kind of like, scratched the side, just like kind of did a little scrape. And there wasn't any like skin breaking or anything like that, but she started crying. And then she literally got over it in like 30 seconds. But I went upstairs, I put the basket down, took her out and I checked her leg, and there was just like a little bit of a scrape. Maybe it was, pink for 30 minutes. I lost it in tears because I don't know why, because there is no reason except I hurt my baby for like 2 seconds on just a little bit of an accident, and it just killed me that like she was crying for 2 seconds and then she got over it, and then I started crying and she was looking at me like, why are you crying? Like, I want to talk to like Mr. Owl, the little doll that's in her playpen. And I put her down and I went to the room that's like shares a corner with her door, and I just kind of paced back and forth and cried. And I cried and I cried and I just was like, I'm sorry, as well as I'm glad you're okay, I'm relieved you're okay, and then it's nothing in a sense that feels that I really put her in danger, but like I just was trying to find the balance of being okay that I can't do it all, and also trying to do it all. And that completely exploded in emotions over laundry. So that was my journey this week, since I'm logging some of my postpartum anxiety journey on my YouTube channel. Thank you for letting me feel like I can share, as well as feeling like this is something that you're exploring as well, or trying to find other people that are going through this, because you are not alone, you are loved. It's all an ebb and flow, as one of my favorite YouTube bloggers, registered nurses, Sarah Levant, says. It's all ebb and flow and ride the wave, right? So since I've been talking about it, another part of my week was telling Philip directly, my husband, I was like, I need to find a professional therapist. No, babe, we need to go to insurance on our website and figure it out. And he heard me like maybe the third time I said it, like directly to him, and he was like, got it, let's do it. I understand what you need. You're asking for my help. Let's go on the website and look. So I've made a few inquiries, and also did reach out to my therapist that I had in New York City who does virtual stuff, but I gotta see where she is in her practice, because like she's gotten like huge and stuff. Thanks for listening. That's just the blog for today. More to come, because it's all ebb and flow, and we're doing it. Not that we can do it or we should do it, but that we're doing it is my motto this week. Deep breaths, and we're doing it. More later, guys.